You about to rip a mean burnout?
What is going on, guys? So we are starting off the new part of the series. So right behind me I have our completed Gen 1 Coyote, and we should be dropping in the car today and hopefully starting the car. So I need to update you guys on a few things. Alright, so where we left it in the last video, I'm putting out the series basically when the car is done, so you guys don't have major gaps. It's been 3 weeks, but we had Cletus in cars and Georgia, we went to Mod Nationals, so we had a lot of time in between. Right here we have an assembled Gen 1 Coyote engine. This has 30,000 miles and we're going to be dropping that in the 2011 GT. So I got this motor, it is beautiful looking, the internals, everything looks killer. I put the Boss manifold on it, I did gaskets, and it is ready to go. So this is just basically drop it right in the car and go. Right there is our Gen 2 short block, which we are actually going to be selling because we don't need it currently at this moment. Unfortunately, I wanted to put that in the car, but we could not find Gen 1 heads, Gen 1 timing components, and cams for a reasonable price to put it in there. So it's actually much more reasonable to get a complete Gen 1 Coyote engine. We're going to drop this in the car. It is pretty much ready to go. So I'm super excited to get this 2011 back up and running and figure out what we're going to do with the car. I gotta say though, just looking at this beauty, it makes me want to do a Coyote swap so bad. Just, we got this beautiful Coyote engine and it's got to go back into a Coyote, but it's alright, it's alright. We will have one of these for a non-originally Coyote car and do a swap one day. Alright, so I managed to get the car in here and it is up on the lift, so we just got to drop the K-member out of the car, which is not too difficult, as you guys saw in the last one. I'm not going to go over it because I already showed you how to do it. We got the exhaust manifolds on here. Some of you guys might be saying, why aren't you doing long tubes if you're already here? Well, I'm not planning on keeping this car, and the factory manifolds actually work pretty well, so I didn't want to go ahead and, you know, get headers, and I really am not a fan of eBay headers. I know they're really cheap, but stock manifolds, that's what we're going with. This thing looks killer, ready to drop in the car, so I'm excited to get this car back up and running. I also managed to get the stretch belt on here. A little tip and trick I found on YouTube. If you slip the belt back behind the balancer, you can get it on the AC compressor, and then you turn the motor over, and then you're able to basically slowly walk it on to everything. So really nice trick I found on YouTube. And yeah, so let's drop this thing out and I'll update you guys. Alright, and just like that, we have all the K-member bolts out, all the suspension components out. The only thing that's not out is the steering shaft, but that should come out as we start to lift up. So I'm just going to lift it up. Make sure the steering shaft comes out, which it did. And I believe we are clean and clear to come all the way up with the K-member. I mean, with the car, leaving the K-member on the ground. This is really just the best way to work on these cars. It works so well. So, yeah, that was really easy. We left a lot of the bolts kind of loose, and you know, we didn't have to put everything together because it only rolled from here to outside. But yeah, we got to get the motor, the trans, clutch, and then slap it all back in the car and start her up. I'm excited. Alright guys, so I got the engine on the key member. We just put the flywheel on like so. I gotta put the clutch on, and then we got the transmission over there, get the starter in, get everything kind of hooked up, and be ready to drop it right in, or drop the body in, whatever. Alright guys, so we are getting really close. Not having anybody to help me here has made me get a little creative on kind of lifting things that are heavy, like the trans, getting it in. We got that in, we got the motor in. So I gotta put the starter in, get all the wires good, plug everything into the trans, and we're pretty much ready to drop it in. The only thing we'll have to watch is just, you know, lining up the steering shaft, make sure that goes in to there, and yeah, so we're getting close. I'm not really time-lapsing anything because I'm going at my own pace, and it would be a very long clip and a lot of space, and I just don't have the battery and space for it. But we're slowly but surely making progress. All by myself. It's a little bit difficult, but we're getting there. Very, very close. Alright, I would highly suggest not installing a K-member by yourself. I managed, under this glove, I have a little bandage that I made for myself. I did manage to sandwich my hand in here, but it is all in nice and square. Everything pretty much lined up. It was actually easier to line up with the motor in there because I think it kind of slid in place. I got the steering shaft inserted in there. Just got to put the bolt in. Got to put the cross member bolts in. We are so close. I can't wait to start this thing up. I got oil, I got coolant, I got everything. So we're gonna get this thing starting today. Depending on my energy, I might just start it and call it a day and then finish everything up tomorrow. Not that there's a lot left, but I don't wanna cut corners, essentially. You know, we got a drive shaft exhaust, brakes, some little things here and there, but I wanna just start it up, make sure this thing runs, and who knows, I might finish it today. We'll see. Alright guys, this is the moment of truth. I'm not finishing the car today, meaning not driving it today, but in theory, well, almost there. We got a MAF plug. Everything's pretty much there. So we got MAF, intake, everything besides those things are bolted on, don't worry. Somehow the intake got filthy, I just cleaned it, but whatever. Oil is in there, oil filter's on, coolant hoses are hooked up. I'm gonna crank the car over here real quick and get some oil flowing. So if I keep my right foot wide open throttle, it will not put fuel through the engine, and it'll let some oil flow, and then we are going to go ahead and start it. Everything's pretty much there. Drive shaft's in, clutch is bled, front suspension is not together, but the K-member's in obviously, and I didn't put the X-pipe in, but it does have the two caps on it. So I'm really excited. A lot of blood, sweat, sweat and tears have gone into this. So I'm really nervous. I am so nervous right now, so hopefully everything's good. Let's try it. If I could find where the keys went, that'd be nice. There they are. Whew. I'm nervous. I'm nervous. I'm seeing shit I forgot to plug in already. See what happens. There's a slight ticking noise, but I think it might just be an exhaust leak. There's a back section that's kind of like not on, so it might be ticking through that. The motor sounds healthy. I revved it only a little bit. I am exhausted. We went from just complete motor on a stand to headers, trans, dropped the K-member, put it in, hooked everything up. Well, relatively, you still have suspension to do. But next video is going to be the first drive, and I'm super excited to just get this thing out on the road. Again, I want to keep it so bad. I just noticed it has heated seats, has nav, obviously I knew that when I bought it. It has a lot of really nice options. It's a beautiful, beautiful car. It's got these Borlas on the back. I want to keep it. I just have too many cars, and there's another car that I want, and there's a built motor that I need, and you guys get the picture. But slap the like button. What is going on, guys? Hopefully we'll be able to drive this car for the first time today. It's got a coolant leak, so probably not very far, but we'll be able to move it around. And I think everything's mostly good. We got Zach here to help me out today and put the suspension back together and hopefully drive it.
Brought the DeWalt too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. 20K OPO.
Oh yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
Yo, it sounds good. It must have been that exhaust leak. That exhaust pipe was the kick.
And there's still a little bit of exhaust leak.
Yeah. Dude, hell yeah. Alright, let's see if it moves.
See you.
Oh, because I reused the clutch on the sleeve. It looks good.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm so pumped. Heck yeah, man. Alright, here. Here's the camera.
You gonna shut
the moves.
You gonna shut the trunk off?
Got them Borlas.
Oh, I'm about to say, those aren't factories. This is all the people need to see right here. It's PC. That's all people need to see. Whoa. A little bit of sauce. A little bit of smoke. Oh, the train would. Yeah, man.
It moves.
It moves.
Nah, that's just smoke, oil, and all that shit. Here, hop in. We'll take it around the corner. Yeah, it freaking runs. Hell yeah. It runs, man. Make sure we got brakes. They're a little spongy. I think we gotta bleed them. But
no, they'll come back.
yo,
Smoke coming out the back.
it's just
Incredible.
it's because it's fresh engine. Dude, the clutch trans all feels great. Fourth gear, fifth, sixth, all works. Someone screaming at us?
Yeah, it was the neighbors. About to rip a Bernie over here?
I don't know, man. Yo, it runs.
Hell yeah.
We got a coolant leak, so we gotta address it. I think, at least. I didn't see any coolant leaking today, so. But got a few more things to address. Got AC to hook up, but. Hell yeah. I'm so pumped. Everything feels good too, like it's just a nice car. We're out of Ford service. There's no lights, no ABS lights, nothing. Turn a little traction control off.
Hands track off. Woo-hoo-hoo.
Feels all right.
Hell yeah. Oh yeah. You about to rip a mean burnout? Woo! Oh yeah, she's a ripper. Oh. Alright, so that is it. 2011 is running. Got some more things to button up, AC and stuff like that. But I hope you guys are excited to see the car go, and we'll finish it up, make sure it looks clean, and figure out what we're gonna do with this thing.